Yeah, hi. Hi, folks. My name is Karl Tojan. I'm currently the owner of the brewery in Schrems. The brewery in Schrems is a very old one. It was founded in the year 1410, and it was the year 1838 when my grandfather Jacob Trojan bought this brew house here. He was son of an old Czech brewing family, so he brought a backpack of brewing tradition to Austria and to this region. My grandfather then built up a new brewery between 1904 and 1906 on the place where we are now. It was very important to the history of the brewery. Schrems itself is in a region called the Waldviertel. Well, it's a region full of wood, fresh air, good water, and nice people. So perfect surrounding to brew a very traditional lager beer, and that's we are. That's what we are. We are more or less a traditional lager brewery. The barley is harvested in the region. We started that project in the year 1995. We wanted to have local farmed barley with restriction and soil protection and fertilization. We are cooperating with a local hop cooperative in the nearby Mühlviertel, which is providing us with the common and with the organic hops. And the water is very important. We do have the granite, and the granite provides us with a very, very low mineral water. That's the same water than the Czech use, so this is the same region. We are living at the very Czech border here in the northwest of Austria. I grew up in that brewery. My father was the owner of the brewery before me and so on. I started working during my studies at the University of Agriculture in Vienna in 1984. I came to the brewery as a brewmaster, as a young brewmaster in 1987, and I took over from my father on the 1st of July in the year 1991. And well, we tried to develop the brewery. We just, at that time, we were brewing a Märzen and a Doppelmalz and Christmas time a Bock. But then we started that farming project and we started to brew special beers, old recipes. Now you would call that craft beer. I got in touch with Euroboozer in the year 2007. Martin Railton sent me an email, I think it was the 14th of December. He wrote he is going to bring some Austrian beers, as his mother is from Austria, to the UK, and he asked me whether I'm interested or not. And okay, as I said, yes. We met the year after and we started with the organic rye because I won a silver medal at the World Beer Cup in San Diego. I sent him that picture and then he said, yes, let's try. We started with the organic rye, which is the only top fermented beer we are brewing on a very low level. A couple of years later, we thought of creating a special lager for the UK market, which is a 4% lager. Well, the 4% lager should be a beer lower in alcohol, but full-bodied, and bring the power of a traditional European lager. And that was very successful and it went on and on up to that moment. Even in COVID times and even in lockdowns, we had a good relationship and we were bringing in some of our beers to the United Kingdom. That's the lager, that's the 4% lager, the Schremser house beer, which is on tap. It's only sold in kegs. We're bringing in some Vienna IP as well, which is a hoppy lager. It has a backbone of a Vienna lager and the fancy hopping of an young IPA. The second most important beer in a brewery is a beer naturtrip. We would call it now from the beer style an organic Vienna lager, unfiltered, hazy, light amber in color, very mild, very low in bitterness, easy to drink, good drinkability, lower in CO2, very mild. Of course, we do have pills as well. We are providing your market with the Keller Pils, which is a crispy yellow beer with 11.2 original wort and 4.5 alcohol. Of course, we are always thinking of developing new beers and bringing some news to your market. Well, I love to be a brewer. It's good to create a product that people like, and that's what I like to be a brewer. Especially when you are running such a traditional brewery as we are. Our fifth ingredient, and I think that is the most important one, is time. We are fermenting the beer at very low temperatures in a Gärkeller between 8 and 10 degrees centigrade, and then we're bringing it, so-called Schlauchen, to traditional lager tanks. Most of them are horizontals. We have only natural CO2. We are spunning the lager tanks. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to have it in the lager keller to be a proper beer. The Christmas beer is brewed in June to have it ready from September on. So it should be in the lager keller for almost 12 weeks. And that's the way I like beer. That's the way I like to drink beer. And if you ask me, yes, Karl, what is your favorite beer you are brewing? I must admit I'm a massive fan of strong beers, and that's why I like the Christmas beer most. It's a Bock, strong beer, 7.2 in alcohol, in the lager cellar for almost 12 weeks. And it's a beer I'm drinking mostly in October, November and December. Cheers and have fun with Schremser.